nobody really wants to be around you. A lot of women don't want to be around a lot of women, and typically you'll get a cat and dog, or may get a kid possibly, and then you get some type of unconditional love from a kid and from babies or sex to get some type of connection from a man, because you do not know how to have a genuine connection with a man or a child.
I think that's something.
So what was your pushback, Jay?
She got a process.
Pushback on what?
No,
it's not about the process.
She said that's why eventually I tuned them out. That's complete evidence right there. So I ain't listening to this shit because there's no fucking point of talking to you, because you talking at all of us.
Why are you up?
Because I got some important shit going on here. What do you think?
Boom, the world class.
Can I chime in?
Definitely.
To the same comment you just responded to with Poppy. Let me bring it up. So from what I recall, I wouldn't call it an interrogation, but they were asking Jay a series of questions about herself, yet he still made assumptions about her. But Poppy's comment here is we're supposed to be accommodating to his history when we don't know anything about him. It's like it's an unfair double standard. We're here to have a conversation, and I wanted to address Princessa.
Mm-hmm.
He said something about us not liking her perspective or whatever. This is not about. I don't know if y'all are just new to Noble's channel. This is not about what we like and what we dislike. It's, are you right? Are you correct? Are you being logical?
That's it.
So no, you can comment whatever you want to comment. We're just having a discussion. That's all I wanted to say.
I agree with that, because what was logical about calling me the B word? Because I said men need to be worried about DNA as opposed to telling everybody to go around screwing everybody.
Amen.
Right.
What was the logic in that?
Amen. And Poppy said the reason why I told you about Buddy, because maybe that's why he be talking like, yeah, I get that. I'm not faulting you for it. I'm just pointing out that we talking about a very specific thing. It's just like, if you got a part in your car that needs to be changed, we need to change that. We're not throwing out the make and the model. We just fixing that one part. And who knows?
But we call out those people too. I call those women out too.
Yeah, she do. I mean, even in the trailer, you got D calling people out. You know what I'm saying? You again, right message. I'm not challenging your message. I'm challenging your targeting system. Like, you on auto shoot just because you're clip loaded. You gotta have a level. Go ahead, Jen.
I want to just reiterate what World Class was saying earlier about us not demonizing him. Me and Ali are cool. When I see him in the chats on other channels, we speak to each other. We didn't have like a heated debate. This was just him maybe having a misunderstanding about certain things. But I don't intend to get into it with anybody. But I think having conversations is healthy. Having certain debates is healthy until it gets to like threats and like, yeah, where we gonna meet up at. But yeah, like I said, we're not demonizing him. We're just having a conversation. Me and Ali are cool. I had it on both sides, so I was able to see, marriage in a certain point in my life, and I was also able to see where it wasn't there. And honestly, I just don't feel like my personality meshes with just long-term things in general. It may be just me being Gemini. I know a lot of people don't believe in astrology or whatever, but I tend to stick with things for a certain amount of time, and then I just,
Yeah, Gemini stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
I do feel like.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I don't know if the men on the panel will be honest. Outside of what I guess somebody already said you were attractive. Do you think a lot of men would find you on the panel, and regardless just your basic communication, as tolerable, and regardless to feminine energy, or would you think it'd be it comes to a place where a man could find you intolerable. And I'm speaking just by feminine energy. I ain't talking about you just being a woman you can talk to, have conversations with, and dialogue. I'm talking about, do you feel like you're combative, and you would cooperate with a man, or you would continuously challenge a man? Do you think men will feel like you cooperate, or you'd be challenging them?
I haven't gotten a lot of feedback of being intolerable. Actually, what happens with me is that when I have conversations with men, what they tend to tell me is that they don't get what I give often, because I'm able to actually connect with people very well. I don't have a problem with that. And that's why I had a lot of pushback with what you said earlier about me not being able to get along, or possibly not being able to get along with people. I'm able to have a conversation, because I just had it the other day with somebody in park. I literally was talking to them for 3 hours. And by the end of the conversation, they were like, you know, I don't get this often. Like, I'm not able to have this conversation with a lot of women. So, which also brought the conversation about maybe some Black women not being, like you said, being combative or not being able to have that conversation. I don't think that, I don't get that a lot about being intolerable. I don't get that at all.
Well, I mean, like, more so, not like just completely intolerable. I mean, for a relationship. Like Poppy just told you, he would tell women, what did he say? He would tell them to make them, everybody just gave world class. Poppy and me all said something we would tell a woman to make her think we think in one way, and she would maneuver herself to having sex with us. So when men, I tell you, a lot of men can say that. A lot of men on the panel have talked to women a certain way just to get in certain positions. They already know. A lot of women who are strong are the most easiest to get. The women who act like they're very strong and combative are the most easiest ones.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is just tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah, I don't really take on the whole strong independent. It sounds manly to me. I do what I have to do to take care of my son. But in terms of the whole, I'm strong and independent.
Hey, I want y'all to I want y'all brothers to pay attention. I specifically want the brothers that's listening to this and tune in to pay attention. Even if it's some of the brothers that made a mention here, I need y'all to listen. This is her making her own point why she's the wrong target. All the pills.
In certain positions, they already know. A lot of women who are strong are the most easiest to get. The women who act like they're very strong and combative are the most easiest ones.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is just tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah, I don't really take on the whole strong independent. It sounds manly to me. I do what I have to do to take care of my son. But in terms of the whole, I'm strong and independent, I've never really said that. I do what I need to do to be able to survive, and so that any issues won't ever get down to my son.
What do you think the most important thing for your son's
Can we
survival
just give a round of applause for that?
Yeah, let me sit back. Hold up. We got even better.
All right. I'm sorry, I got lost in a train of thought of just all that goodness I just heard.
Because I so feel that statement. I've been telling people for years, being a strong woman has nothing to do with not needing a man or not wanting a man. It just means that you can take care of some things if you happen to be by yourself. You're not guaranteed to have somebody. And so a lot of women have taken that strong and independent to a place where we don't need men. I don't see any of the women on this panel being those men, being those women. Yes, I can pick up if I have to be. If I'm in this house by myself, if I hear if my car needs to go to the shop, my car is going to the shop. Whatever's going on, I can take care of it. But being that strong and independent, I don't push that either. So, Jey Ali, thank you for that.
Definitely. This me when Jey Ali said that.
First of all, I appreciate you for using Iron Man, because Iron Man is my favorite Marvel character. So thank you for that. And thank you, Dalllas D.
You're definitely welcome.
What do you think the most important thing for your son's survival is?
Having a man in his life, but his dad is.
What's the point of you asking her? You see what I'm saying? What's the point of you asking her if you're gonna answer it?
But even when she answered it and said the idea of a man, he still kept saying a man, like she was saying, like she gave a different response.
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
It's just unnecessarily combative. Now that's what I'm saying, Poppy. We're not demonizing him. It's just like this is what he did. It's like it's we watched that just now. It's on Podcast's channel. They haven't. It's combative for no reason. It's like I'm not trying to listen. I'll just keep shit a stack. I see it more from women where you got it in your mind, you and your feelings. I didn't call you on my break and shit, whatever, and you on your body, and I come home and you just got shit you want to say. Like that's what that was to me. You just got an attitude. You want to let me know you have an attitude. But I'm not the person you had an attitude with because I'm not the person we just meeting this first time on this panel. And it's just shit like that that's not manly. And then it's just incoherent. It's like, why is this a prosecution? For what?
Round.
His life. His dad is in his life. So also before my granddad passed away.
And she just said, if you didn't hear it, his dad is in his life. She said a man, like she giving a whole case just now, and this is not the one for the shit and the smoke. Shushu has shown that. Dalllas D has shown that. Savannah has shown that. Lexie has shown that within this live. So going forward, if you come for them, I'm coming for you. So we clear. I'm coming for you. I don't care who you are.
Starting tonight. I'm gonna have that word.
That second part came out. I acknowledged right away that Lexie was putting you and him together. She picked that to create friction between you. Not only that, Lexie already told me she would no longer coming around panels because black people, black women and black men are messy. I'm not dealing with black people anymore. Lexie was in my inbox trying to talk to me. I'll take this phone and we can go through all the DMs. I'll go back and forth with her, but it was never going to be nothing too serious because I already knew what she was doing. She started out in my DMs. So when I saw what she was doing with you, you started supporting her over Fatty. Okay, now were you supposed to? Possibly she's working on your show and you beefing with Fatty. Supposedly, whatever's going on from what I'm seeing, I'll go, okay, Podcast is doing the rightful thing, supporting Lexie. She's on his panel. She's sharing him something that Fatty was saying until the end message came on, which means that Fatty was still trying to supposedly rebuild with you again, right? After that, she started when you was saying what you were saying, I came on the panel instead of taking Lexie's side and doing what World Class did and supporting a woman who was dividing men. I said, no, you could look at my messages too. I said, right thing to do if we all truly respect and acknowledge that we all wrong and trying to come together, just apologize to both the brothers, let the show keep going, everybody still come together. All right. So after that happened, and then I saw what she was doing on the you hold them accountable. I said, hey, Lexie is being messy. Like she, instead of bringing y'all together, she's still staying on what she's staying on, and she's being messy, right? So
go ahead, y'all go ahead. Hey, listen, man, like in real life, bro, I'm nobody to tell motherfuckers when they need to get over shit. But I really do wish that both of y'all could get past this shit. Because at the end of the day, if it's really all about that chick, then fuck that shit.
I don't have no beef with him.
It was a 2 for 1.
Thank God for that.
It was a 2 for 1 to make one, basically. Him and Daryl on for lying. Don't call me no liar and don't lie on me. That's it. That's the only thing I cared about. That's why I did the damn stream. Don't lie on me. Don't call me no liar. Because you just say dumb shit just to be saying dumb shit.
How did I
you inbox the girl? You inbox the girl. She didn't care about what you were saying. She cared about
No. She inboxed me.
All right. Well, she inboxed you, and y'all had an inbox conversation, a private conversation. Then what you tried to do is say that she lied about a private conversation that y'all had when we having a conversation about the public.
People who know you, man. That's all. We ain't got to go further on.
Right. I know. People know that nothing you're saying has anything to do with what I'm talking about.
I know.
In the end of the day, you came up here and said I was lying about some private conversation that you had when all we were talking about was what she did publicly.
Video about 2 men.
That's why when you often see me have a problem with a person, anybody in this space, they got to constantly talk while I'm talking because I dog walk y'all dumb motherfuckers.
No, you didn't.
Very, very easily. You were the person that just apologized for lying, for saying I lied. You did that this conversation.
I said
you may not be able to remember that.
I said it to you. I said I apologize by the way I said it to you.
You shouldn't have been apologizing. You hear me apologizing to you about anything.
I should have said it a certain way.
I'm not going to apologize because I was wrong about nothing. you were getting corrected. You know what's crazy? Before I came up here, you were getting corrected on me before I got here. That's how fucking solid what I say is.
No,
you were getting corrected by podcasts about me before I got here. That's how fucking solid I am.
He has a
because I'm a solid motherfucker.
Nah, you not.
Everywhere you go, you can't find
But
me lying about
this
it.
wait. Now let me address that real quick. This the problem with you saying that. World Class, how much money have you donated to the show?
None.
Not none. What's my relationship with him?
I don't know the relationship, but it's something that is whatever it is. It's something, whether you benefit from it or something that means something.
I do benefit from it. I benefit the same way. Wait. Listen,
I don't know that.
I benefit from World Class being here the same way I benefited from you being here, the same way I benefited from Sherelle being here, the same way I benefited from Thanos being here, Cheeky being here, Aaron being here, anybody else, KB, Jey Ali. If you come up on the fucking panel and you have great conversations, I benefit because I get to present the show that I want to present. Hold on. Watch this. World Class. What's my real name?
Beans.
What's my government on my ID name?
I have no idea.
What's my relationship with him? This is why it's pissing me off that you keep saying that shit, Ali, because my relationship with him is the same that it is with anybody else.
It's not that. It's not that. What I'm saying. What people are gonna be able to see this going down, I guess, years along. Whoever know y'all relationships, most of the people on here are moving like opportunists. That's what I'm just gonna tell y'all. People.
But the problem is this: is that me and the man have disagreed so many fucking times, and yet he's still here, coming everyone to, never been blocked, never been out, never none of that shit. And the one time I did have a problem with it, wait, no, you're not gonna overtalk me. The one time I did have a problem with it, he addressed it immediately. It didn't take weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. It didn't take days of him saying, no, I'm right, you wrong. Soon as I said I had the issue, he addressed it.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you.
And yet he has disagreed with me so many fucking times, even on the one incident that was the biggest one on the channel, which was the Britney shit. And yet we've never actually fucking been into it, bro, because he's honest immediately. He speaks what he think and not what the fuck he feel. It's a difference. So if you want to talk about my relationship is with him, my relationship is he's an intellectual and he's an honest dude. And everybody else wants to be phony. And that's the fucking problem.
Got him! Got him! Oh!
He was very close to my granddad. So I understand that my son needs a male figure in his life, and he does have that. So I just, I take care of my role as a mom, and I make sure he's okay. But I don't, like I said, his dad is there. Before my granddad passed, he was very close. So I definitely get that aspect of raising a son. I know that I can't teach him how to be a man. And so, yeah, I do prioritize that. I don't really prioritize dating because I know that I'm trying to make sure he's okay. And I prioritize the relationship that he has with his dad. I don't get in the way of that. He adores his dad. So, yeah.
So why this? All I'm asking you is that a lot of the women, they'll submit to their job, they'll submit to their cat and dog, they'll submit to their kids. All of that run them over.
Yeah.
But
Shoo.
I'm sorry, did I miss it?
No.
I'm just saying, like.
No, it was never there. It's nothing came. It was just, you ain't missing nothing. It had nothing to do with any of the series of words that was said prior to that moment. It just didn't even. They think it's okay because he said a lot of women, like as if that has anything to do with anything. It's still incoherent. It's like, I don't know. Go ahead, Jay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'll let you guys go in on it. Because I just thought about this. What's probably going on is that he probably wasn't used to somebody answering those questions the way I answered them. So his answer, he's probably used to somebody saying, yeah, I don't know where my son's dad is, or whatever else. I can't remember the other thing he asked me or something. Oh, and he started going into talking about dogs and stuff. They already have answers prepared for these kind of topics.
Facts.
That's why he asked me, because I've heard them say this. Oh, if you really loved your son, you will prioritize having a man. And I just said, his dad's in his life. They're used to saying, yeah, I don't know what that nigga at. So when they have those answers prepared, you can tell like soon as I answered it, he already had the answer ready to go.
Facts.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of women, they'll submit to their jobs, they'll submit to their pastors. Like, wait a minute. They had nothing to do. Nothing to do with what she just responded. She ain't say nothing about I got a problem with submitting. She said nothing about that.
Right here.
Yeah, a lot of wait, hold on. Like, are you listening, actively listening in a moment?
Yeah, listening to respond and argue.
They would be fools to resist my divine power.
His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.